Question 1 to 4. Which paragraph contains each of the following pieces of information? First, cases where the use of renewable fuels is in competition with non-renewable ones. Paragraph C contains this information. Martinot and 100 plus researchers in more than 20 countries assessed several renewable technologies. Small hydro, meaning small dams, modern biomass, agriculture waste for example, wind, solar, geothermal and biofuels such as ethanol and biodiesel. These technologies now compete with conventional fuels in 4 distinct markets: power generation, hot water, space heating, transportation fuels, and rural off-grid energy supplies. It has been mentioned in paragraph C that researchers have found that new renewable technologies are competing with conventional fuels. Conventional fuels are non-renewable fuels. Second, the membership of REN21. Paragraph G contains this information. Government leadership has ensured market success according to REN21, which is composed of representatives of governments and non-governmental organizations. It has been mentioned in paragraph G that REN21 is composed of representatives of government and non-governmental organizations. Third, the rates at which the use of renewable fuels is growing faster than the use of non-renewable ones in the world. This information is present in paragraph A. Technologies such as wind, solar, biomass, geothermal, and small hydro now provide 160 gigawatts of electricity generating capacity, about 4% of the world's total, the report said. It has been mentioned in paragraph A that the use of renewable fuels is growing faster at a rate of 20-30% than that of non-renewable fuels. Fourth, the sources of funding for renewable fuels in developing countries. Paragraph I contains this information. An estimated $500 million goes to developing countries each year as development assistance for renewable energy projects, training, and market support. With the German Development Finance Group, the World Bank Group, the Global Environment Facility providing the majority of these funds and dozens of other donors and programs providing the rest, the report said. It has been mentioned in paragraph 5 that almost $500 million used as assistance for the development of renewable fuels in developing countries. Question 5 to 8 complete the following sentences. Fifth, biomass technology can use dash. In paragraph C, first line, Martinot and 100 plus researchers in more than 20 countries assessed several renewable technologies: small hydro, meaning small dams, modern biomass, agriculture waste, for example. It is said that agriculture waste can be used for renewable technology such as making of biomass among other renewable sources of energy, which is agriculture waste. Sixth, governments with renewable energy policies usually set a dash for renewable energy use. In paragraph E, at least 48 countries now have some type of renewable energy promotion policy, including 14 developing countries. Typically, they include targets to ensure that renewable sources generate 5 to 30% of energy used in given country by around 2010 to 2012. In paragraph E, it is clearly given that governments set targets to ensure that renewable sources generate some fixed amount of energy in a given country for a time period. Seventh, the most important source of energy for China in 2020 is expected to be dash. In paragraph F, the renewable sector's prospects appear to receive a further boost Monday, when China announced it was raising its target for reliance on renewable energy even as it acknowledged that coal would remain its primary source for electricity for decades to come. Renewable energy should account for 15% of national consumption by 2020. It is said that China has declared that coal will be its primary source of energy for the decades to come. Therefore, it is expected to be the most important source of energy in 2020. Eighth, economic expansion and high oil prices mean that Asian countries are dash for renewable sources of energy. In paragraph I, Asia is seen as a vast market for renewable energy as it seeks to meet growing demand for power to fed rapid economic expansion amid runaway oil prices. It is said that Asian countries have a vast market for renewable sources of energy due to economic expansion and increasing oil prices. Its answer is a vast market. 9 to 13. True false not given. 9th. Eric Martineau advises large companies on investing in renewable energy. Information about this statement is not given in passage, so it is not given. 10th. Eric Martineau has over 100 people working in his team. Information about this statement is also not given in passage, so this is also not given. 11th. Increases in oil prices hurt developing economics more than developed ones. This statement is true because in paragraph E, Anand said that rising oil prices have hit oil importing developing countries especially hard and underscore the need for alternative energy supplies. This statement is true because it is said that developing countries have been hit harder by rising oil prices than the developed ones. 12th, the use of solar power grew by 60% between year 2000 and year 2004. In paragraph H, the fastest growing energy technology in the world is grid connected solar photovoltaic, existing capacity of which blossomed by 60% per year from 2000 to 2004. This statement is false because in paragraph it is stated that the use of solar power grew by 60% per year from 2000 to 2004. However, in statement it is mentioned that the use of solar power grew by 60% in the 4-year period from 2000 to 2004. 13 is also not given because no information is available for this statement.